Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. My name is David. I'm a life coach and I help people heal and grow and recover from all kinds of different trauma. And one of the biggest situations I have to help people with is continuing relationships with your family, specifically your parents, your caretakers, after there's been lots of neglect or abuse, abandonment, things like this. I preach once someone abuses you, that relationship is over, end it, walk away. There's no repairing abuse. Abuse is people, especially continual abuse. It's forms of objectification and exploitation. And I don't see people seeing their victims as humans again after they've already treated them like objects. That being said, it seems like most people want to keep their parents in their life no matter what they've been through with their parents, no matter what their parents did to them or did not do for them. And I understand that. I left my family when I was 17 and I never went back. I couldn't, and I made the right choice, thank God. But I still totally appreciate people that want to or can still have a relationship with their parents in adulthood. Maybe your caretakers, maybe your parents abandoned you, maybe they beat you, maybe they violated you in some way, maybe they belittled you, embarrassed you, harassed you, but maybe your parents never let you form your own autonomy, your own self in your childhood. And you may even feel like your childhood was wasted, taken from you, robbed, horrible, can't even remember. A lot of people can't even remember. What happens is all of that I just described is that your power, your control is taken from you as a very small child. And it can be very damaging all the way into adulthood. Your power, your control is taken from you as a child. If you speak to, or not speak to, but if you watch documentation on pedophilia, on pedophiles who have been caught and convicted, and they openly talk about it, why they victimized the children that they did, they all seem to say the same thing. And they say that they were raped and molested as children. And they felt that that was the first time in their life when they violated those children, when they did the same thing that was done to them when they were children. They did the same thing to the other children. It was the first time in their life they felt like they were in control. Took their power back. Now, they're not taking it back from their abuser, are they? They're stealing it again from other children, just like they did. Wrong, obviously. But there's something to learn from that, I think. And you don't necessarily have to have been molested or raped. I listed some others. Abandoned, beaten, violated in other ways, belittled, embarrassed. Those are horrible things to do to a children, by the way. Embarrassing your children in front of other people is one of the worst things you could ever do. So we had our control, our power taken from us as children. And we need that power and control back. And people ask me, how can I have a relationship with my parents? Still, how can I keep them in my life still? And we may never get a resolution. I help my clients keep their parents in their life still without resolution, without acknowledgement of some of the things they did or all the things they did. Never even have a single apology. So how, right? How? Well, one way, walk away. One way to get some of your power and control back is to take off, be done, gone. Find yourself, gain your power and control back, some confidence, right? But if you want to keep them in your life, you got to take that power and control back. Period. From them. Not from other people. From them. And you may never get an apology, an acknowledgement. You may never even be able to bring that crap up again, ever. And you want to keep them in your life still. So there's a couple of sayings I've heard in my life, and you guys probably know these, but they say you grow up when you lose a parent or lose your parents. That's when you truly, some people say things like this. You truly are an adult, you truly are grown when your parents finally perish and they're gone and you're on your own. That's when you finally are an adult. Well, I'm not putting stock in that. I just find that interesting. Or I've heard you're finally grown up when you see your parents eye to eye, right? And I like that one because you're not looking up to your parents anymore. You're looking at your parents. And if they have abused you or neglected you bad enough, you might even be looking down on them. But we got to take the power and control back. And what is that? Boundaries, right? Boundaries. That's what I'm getting at. Boundaries are our comfort level, and we communicate them. Boundaries is communicating your comfort zone right here. No, not that's too close. A little too far away. Come closer right here, right? And we communicate that, and your parents didn't teach you that, so you're going to learn to do that on your own, and you're going to try to communicate with your parents who can't. So as you do this, you'll start realizing you are more emotionally mature than your parents, and you stop looking up to them and you start looking eye to eye or even down on them. And you'll notice that with other people as you get healthier. It's not a judgment. You're not better. We're all equal. But there's a definite emotional intelligence level that we are all at somewhere. And it's all different. And as you become highly more emotionally intelligent, by learning from lessons like this, you begin to see people not so much way up here, more equal. Finding that way to do that, finding a way to communicate with your parents what your boundaries are, and staying on top of that consistently will allow you to feel like you have some power and some control with your parents again, who have maybe abandoned you, beaten you, violated you, taken your power and your control away from you as a little child. And one of the best ways I had to recommend doing that is getting professional help, causing some greater space or distance or time away from your parents, and healing, gaining a little confidence without them on your own, and coming back and allowing yourself to be vulnerable but not hurt by them. Somewhere in the middle, a Goldilocks zone. Learning what boundaries are, learning how to communicate boundaries effectively, and applying this to your parents who aren't very good at that, probably. But your parents get, they're maturing a little bit. Hopefully age matures all of us a little bit emotionally. Their hormones have gone down, and they'll probably appreciate you not bringing up the past that they can't face. That is just the best way I have to recommend keeping abusers or your parents who neglected you in your life still. Okay? We don't all have to leave like I did. Even though I believe once people abuse you, it's over. That relationship is over. Parents, I think there's some chance, especially if your parents still love you. Right? Good luck with this. It's what has to be done. I just, too often I see people keeping their parents in their life and they say, because I have to. Or they keep them in their life and they say, I have to take care of them. And I don't mean physically, I mean emotionally. Constantly answer the phone every day for them. Take all their crap. Go over there all the time. Run errands for them, which is really go see them every day. And it's just, it wears you down, and it's just, you are compromising yourself, just like you did in your abusive relationships with narcissists and things like that. You're doing it with your parents, most likely. I would love to start a movement, divorce your parents. And I'm not saying everyone should either. Again, I'm not. I understand the desire to want to keep your parents in your life. And it's definitely possible for most people, I think. You know, I don't think it's possible for me. I think it's possible for a bunch of people that may be watching this video. But it can never be possible without you effectively communicating your boundaries. And that's finding yourself, finding who you are, to know what you're comfortable with. Right? Good luck. Any questions you guys have, ask me, please. And I'll answer them. Thank you. Make sure that no matter what you do, you always love yourself first. Thanks. See you guys later. Bye.